my name is Niamh and welcome to my YouTube channel. I upload videos twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday, so you should totally stick around and subscribe. Today's video is going to be all about how to not feel guilty while in isolation, or like self-isolation, and during this whole thing. So I have 5 tips that I think might help you if you're starting to feel a bit guilty about different things. I know I certainly am. Guilt is really prominent in my mind right now. So yeah, these tips were mainly for myself, and then I decided to make a video and share them with you guys, so I hope you enjoy. I'm also wearing makeup, like what? That's how bored I am and trying to waste time. I said I'd do my makeup for this video. Tip number 1 is to remember that this is not normal for us. This is so weird and strange and unnatural for every single person. Like, we as humans are used to interaction. We're used to seeing a certain amount of people a day, or like, you know, we're used to having 2 days off a week, and that's when we do our bits and bobs on all our jobs, you know. It's completely not normal for us, and I think we need to remember that a lot more, that this is just so odd and strange. So you're probably going to be feeling a bit weird and guilting yourself into things that you normally wouldn't have. So just remember, this is not normal. It's an incredibly weird time. The next tip, and I think this just goes for so many different situations in life, but it is, do not be comparing yourself to anyone else right now. I think it's very easy to spend a lot of time on social media nowadays. I'm spending a lot of time on Instagram, and so many people are baking and cooking and doing home workouts, and it's so easy to sit there lying in your bed in your pajamas at like 3 p.m. in the day and be looking at all these people being like, oh my god, they're making such good use of their time, oh my god, look how well they're making this and they're staying fit, blah blah. Like, that is not what we need right now. We really do not need to be comparing ourselves more than ever right now. You know, don't feel like you should be doing something just because you're seeing what everyone else is doing. Like, I'm seeing so many people doing home workouts and stuff, but I've never been a home workout kind of person. So why would I start telling myself, oh my god, you should be doing a home workout? That's never been me. Might not ever be me, I don't know. So I'm just sticking with my like half an hour walk every day if I feel like it. Some days I don't feel like it, so I don't go, and that's okay. Just remember, do not be comparing to yourself to anyone right now. Tip number 3 is that it is okay to not always have something planned or to not have routines. You know, your routine has probably been thrown off by all this, or just kind of your usual daily things are all kind of gone or been thrown off, or, you know, askewed and stuff. So it can feel really overwhelming for people, you know, because you kind of normally feel like you now need to get into a like self-quarantine routine or like a self-isolation routine. No, you don't. It's okay. You don't have to have a routine at all. You get up and just do whatever you feel like doing that day. That's completely okay. You know, I think we feel when we have so much days off, you know, when you're working or at school or at college, you're kind of normal, and now you're like, oh my god, I have all this time to do everything I was not doing because I said I had no time. And now you have so much time that you're like, oh my god, I can do all these things, and you might not be doing them, and that's completely okay. But it's very easy to make yourself feel guilty because you're like, well, I have all the time now, why aren't I doing what I'm meant to be doing? It's okay. We're still all trying to adjust to this, and it's going to take a while, and it's okay to not always have something planned, or to not always have your day like set out like you maybe normally used to. You know, we're gonna unfortunately we're gonna have a lot more time left, I feel, so there's so much time to do things if you feel you want to do them. Just take it day by day, hour by hour sometimes, and just see what you're feeling that day, see what you're feeling that hour, and do whatever you feel you want to do. Tip number 4 is remember that we still need our rest days. I think it's important to remember that we still need our days off, even though for some people it can feel like you're kind of off every single day at the moment. That's what it's like for me. I'm not working at the moment. I've been laid off temporarily, hopefully. And you know, it's, what am I saying? So it does still feel like I am off every single day. But even though this is gonna get so weird sounding, even though I feel like I'm off every single day, I still need my days off, if you get what I mean. Like, it's okay to have a day where you just really do nothing. That is completely okay. That can be your day off. You know, I'm used to having 4 or 5 days of work and then my 2 days off, and that's when I would either relax or I would do whatever I need to be doing. So remember that you still need days off. You need days off, even if it's from social media. Take a day off from that, take a day away from screens or something and read or write, draw, whatever. We still need days off, even if you're a person not working. And even if you are working from home, make sure you're still taking your Saturday and Sunday completely off or something like that. And it's also so important to not feel guilty about doing nothing. And remember, it's your day off from whatever, and it's okay to do nothing. Don't make yourself feel guilty about it, really don't. There's just no point, and you'll just make yourself more annoyed. The final and fifth tip I have for you is to do whatever feels best for you. If you feel whatever you're doing at the moment is for you, then just stick with it. Like, it's very easy to feel guilty about staying inside. I feel anyway, I found that I nearly feel bad for not being out volunteering or something, or not, like, my old job asked me to come back. I used to work in a supermarket and they asked me to come back because they are overwhelmed with like online shopping orders and everything like that, and they asked me to come back and I said no, and I started feeling so bad about it. But I had to step back and remember I was miserable in that job and I really didn't enjoy it, and I can't imagine it would be any better, especially during this time. And it's also just putting me into more at risk of catching this virus. You know, I already have, my dad is still continuing to work and is meeting people every single day, so he's already kind of at risk, I suppose. So there's no point in me going and being another person in the household that's going out into the public every day. And you know, I just had to remember, like, I feel I am doing my part. I'm staying at home. I'm not interacting with anyone but my family members that I live with. You know, on my walks I'm being so careful to not come anywhere near anyone else. I'm doing my bit, and that's okay. So just remember, if you feel guilty about not volunteering, not going out and doing something that you feel you could be doing, it's okay. You staying inside and not doing anything is playing your part, and you do not need to feel guilty about that, because you're playing your part. You're doing what you can be doing right now. You're doing what the government literally is telling you to do, staying inside, not interacting with anyone, and that is completely okay. And there's no point. I was making myself feel so bad about it, about not being someone, you know, being able, you know, I am a person who really could go back to that supermarket, be of help to them, but I just have to put me first, and putting me first at the moment is putting everyone else's health first, if that makes any sense. But what I'm trying to say is just keep doing whatever you feel best for you. If you think what you're doing right now is working, why change it? There's no need to feel guilty about not deciding to do anything. You know, it's just whatever you're doing right now. If you feel it's what's best, and if you're staying indoors, staying inside, not interacting with anyone, you are helping slow down this virus. So, you know, we're just doing our best at the moment, and that's all we ever can do. So those are my 5 tips for trying to not feel guilty during this whole pandemic right now. It's such a weird situation, and I just found myself letting myself feel so guilty about so many different things. So I wrote down those tips for myself, and then I decided to make a video on them to hope that maybe I can help someone as well. So yeah, again, I hope you are safe, and that your family and friends are safe, and that everyone is okay. And if they're not, I hope you all get through this, and by staying inside we will flatten the curve, as they're saying, and get back to whatever the new normal is going to be. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it did help you in some little bit. If it did, please let me know. I'd love to hear. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not, and I shall see you when I next see you.